Good evening, I'm Matt Woodman. This is CTV News at 5. Tonight, Fringe Finances, the economic spin-off the 11-day festival is expected to create. A slow but steady shift, local real estate developers seeing promising potential in Edmonton's core. And an eyesore tour, why sightseers are exploring Edmonton's pits and empty lots.
CTV Edmonton, local breaking news with Matt Woodman.
The Edmonton International Fringe Festival is taking over Old Strathcona for a 45th year. With hundreds of thousands of people coming to watch the performances, local stores and businesses are looking to cash in. CTV's Evan Kenny reports.
The finishing touches are being placed on the Fringe grounds. For 11 days, this area will be filled with thousands of people and more than 200 different acts.
We are preparing to welcome more than 800,000 site visits to the heart of Old Strathcona.
While audiences come for the performers, businesses in the area say the Fringe can be their busiest time of the year.
It's the big one, for sure.
The Next Act Pub says this is like its Stanley Cup playoffs. There will be lineups out the door with people waiting to get a seat.
It's just buzzing all day, like open to close, just people so excited.
The area's councillor says this festival helps the city diversify its economy.
Every dollar we put into the Fringe generates multiple dollars back in return. It's support for the local businesses, it's support for the artists. Those are your neighbors who are shopping at your stores, who are paying rent, who are living in the community, who are buying homes.
That's why the city says it is happy to give the Fringe thousands of dollars in grants and free bus rides to shows.
When you think about economic development, the arts contributes to the economic development of a city.
We drive more than $20 million in local economic impact. We hear from our incredible hospitality neighbors that Fringe is the best 11 Saturdays of their entire year.
The Old Strathcona Business Association says many of its retail members feel the effects of Fringe even after it's over.
They'll get a significant bump further into the year where people come back and say, I was here during Fringe, I saw this, I needed to come back for it.
Back at Next Act, the staff are excited for the Fringe to begin and the crowd it will bring.
It's just high energy, really good vibes all the time.
The Fringe Festival runs until next Sunday. Evan Kenny, CTV News, Edmonton.
Across the river, downtown Edmonton is undergoing a slow yet steady transformation. Amid safety, construction, and closure complaints, 2 large properties were recently purchased by local developers. CTV's Curtis Goodrum has more on what investors see in Edmonton's core.
While a number of bars and restaurants have been vocal about abandoning the city's core this summer, some investors are seeing an opportunity.
When you buy stuff is when the market sucks. Right? Like, this is strategic buying.
2 large sections of downtown were recently purchased by local real estate developers. Paramount Block was sold to Gatherco.
The vision is to restore the Paramount Theatre itself back to being the cultural institution that it once was.
City Centre Mall is now owned by Westridge Pacific.
We're cautiously optimistic and we're very passionate about downtown.
One realtor says there's potential for promising change.
Edmonton downtown gentrified before, but there's building blocks that have to happen, and one of those is big developers taking big risks.
Many business owners say downtown needs to be more accessible. The area's councillor says a completed Valley LRT will help. It's expected to be finished in 2028.
And I think we have pretty well gone through and upgraded what needs to be upgraded in the downtown. And again, I think it sets a really strong foundation for the core to flourish.
There are a lot of pieces that suggest that we could see a downtown renaissance.
A U of A professor says that renaissance could make Edmonton's downtown more attractive to investors than Calgary or Vancouver.
The more attractive we can make downtown, the more competitive we can be.
Property owners say the city has done a good job of speeding up the permitting process, but financial help could offset some of the risk.
It made Edmonton downtown vibrant again, and then it kind of got busy and they seem to have wrecked it.
Detailed plans for the future City Centre Mall and Paramount Block are expected later in the year. Other developments like the new LRT line and Ice District's new event park could also serve as a starting point for future success. Curtis Goodrum, CTV News, Edmonton.
A panel discussion today about safety downtown included suggestions about how to keep workers safe.
We are calling on Edmonton Police Services in our safety plan to have more focus on hotspots downtown, and when crime is reported, to really identify those areas so that they can be more proactive.
We do not want to see incidents like this happen again. That is why we've made so many different legislative changes.
Last week, a liquor store worker was killed during an attempted robbery, and along with crime prevention, advocates discussed other ways to help downtowns across the country. They also spoke about ways to fix social issues that speakers say contribute to negative perceptions.
We need to quit treating the symptom and start treating the problem and address these social challenges that just keep repeating themselves. Downtown is on the cusp of amazing new opportunities, and if we just fix these challenges, the rest of it can take care of itself.
The Federal Secretary of State for Combating Crime will now meet with organizations that work with vulnerable communities and ride along with Edmonton police officers. A 69-year-old man in Edmonton is dead after his motorcycle collided with a pickup truck. It happened just before 6:30 this morning south of Spruce Grove on Highway 627 around Golden Spike Road. Police say the biker died there. The 82-year-old man from Spruce Grove who was driving the pickup truck was not injured. Mounties say they do not know what caused the crash at this point. Sturgeon Lake Cree Nation is celebrating a win in what it calls its first legal battle against a celebrity-backed AI data center. Canadian businessman Kevin O'Leary is behind Wonder Valley. He wants to build the multi-billion-dollar AI data center park in northwest Alberta. Sturgeon Lake Cree Nation is fighting a provincial water license connected to the project in court. It says the provincial government had a duty to consult with First Nations before it was approved. An O'Leary group asked the court to dismiss the case on procedural grounds. A judge rejected that attempt, allowing Sturgeon Lake Cree Nation's judicial review to move forward. The provincial government says it wants to study the long-term security of the province's water supply. Environment Minister Grant Hunter says reliable access to water is needed for the growth in Alberta's population, industries, and farming. He says the study will examine new ways Alberta should invest in and build infrastructure and guide water management policy. A request for proposals says the company awarded the contract will need to study major water projects around the world to see if Alberta should follow any of their leads. The government has budgeted $400,000 for this study. It's expected to be completed next spring. Bonnie Doon Mall wants shoppers to know what's buzzing on its roof. The mall is home to urban beehives. Today, the company that looks after the bees came by to answer people's questions and bring awareness to their environmental benefits. They also brought some jars of honey. The beekeepers say a lot of people are surprised when they find out there's a hard-working hive on the roof.
What I did was, it just lets people know that, hey, we are doing something for the environment here. We're bringing nature into your kind of your zone, your area, and it lets people get excited for something.
Bonnie Doon Mall says the honey that's harvested is given out to tenants and used to support the community. Well, Josh, I hope the upcoming forecast isn't going to sting. Hopefully some nice weather in there.
Looks pretty sweet.
Weekend.
Not bad. Temperatures should get back into the low to mid-20s. It looks like Saturday, Sunday. Some sunshine as well as early as tomorrow afternoon. And more sun than cloud for the weekend. 15 degrees, Edmonton right now. It was 17 just a moment ago, and we actually were up to 18 for a daytime high earlier this afternoon after starting the day at 9. Had a number of people wandering around today saying, feels like summer's over. It's going to feel a little more like late summer as we head through into late this afternoon or late tomorrow and the weekend. Funnel cloud advisories in effect. We'll talk about that in a second. Here's the non-funnel clouds that we have outside right now in the Edmonton area. That's the shot from the CTV drone. A couple breaks of blue out there, but no real significant clearing for the rest of this evening. In fact, we'll probably get a few more scattered showers in the area before tonight is done. Heaviest of the rainfall has been in southern Alberta, though. Rainfall warning still in effect across parts of the south, the southwest. In this gray zone, which has just kind of been expanding back further and further to the west through this afternoon, a funnel cloud advisory. No real threat for tornadoes to touch down. These are cold core funnel clouds. However, In and around the Elk Point area, we do have some really low cloud bases, and so there were earlier this afternoon a couple of funnel clouds that came awfully close to touching down, and so that prompted Environment Canada to issue this tornado watch. I think that'll be in place for the next couple of hours. By early this evening, should start to see that ease up and back off. There's your heavier rain continuing across the south for the rest of this evening. It'll start to move into east central Alberta overnight tonight. These showers and isolated thunderstorms, well, they're all kind of wrapping back towards the Edmonton area. So chance of a scattered shower tonight, tomorrow morning, and then tomorrow afternoon, we start to see some sunshine. Full look at your forecast in a couple minutes.
All right, Josh, thank you. Coming up next on CTV News, passionate about pits, why a guided tour is highlighting Edmonton's empty lots.
It's a problem that lots of people are noticing.
Programming brought to you by James H. Brown Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters of injury law.
You're watching CTV News at 5.
A new sightseeing tour in Edmonton is adding a humorous approach to city policy regarding empty lots. CTV's Miriam Valdez-Carletti explains how it's sparking a larger conversation about the deserted spaces.
The Emerald Pit behind us, over there.
It's not the most scenic tour, but one that has captured the attention of these Edmontonians.
It seemed like an absolutely hilarious and fun way to experience a part of our community that, maybe deserves a little bit of attention.
They're visiting downtown pits, places that used to be home to buildings or construction sites that now sit empty. The amount of them sparked the creation of an anonymous Edmonton Pit Tours Instagram account.
Well, I follow the Instagram account, and I just feel like it's some of the best urban commentary we've had in a long time.
The account has become so popular, a downtown guided tour was offered to learn about the city's finest empty lots.
It's a problem that lots of people are noticing, and, bringing those two together to show the history and show, there's something that can be done about this.
Stephanie Swensrud guided the sold-out 80-person tour. Taproot journalist by day, she's interested in all things urban development.
Make things fun and make pits fun. It doesn't have to be such a serious thing talking about commercial real estate and zoning.
The group has even created an online map and given names to the pits to give them some personality. They include size and history details.
I see them all the time, but I think you just start to accept it as kind of normal if you walk by it every single day.
Some pits even got some special recognition with a little plaque.
Bringing humor and activism together in a way that gets people's attention, but also discusses something kind of serious about our city.
Swensrud says more pit tours are planned for the future. Miriam Valdez-Carletti, CTV News, Edmonton.
Starting Sunday, 9th Avenue west of 111th Street will fully close for 10 weeks for Capital Line South LRT construction. Drivers will be detoured to 12th Avenue during the closure. Drivers heading south will not be able to turn left onto 12th Avenue. Instead, they will be detoured to 9th Avenue East. The city says crews will work extended hours and overnight to complete the work as quickly as possible. To address concerns about emergency vehicle access to the Twin Brooks neighborhood, a construction access lane on 12th Avenue will be maintained whenever possible. The city says emergency services are aware of the closures in the area. It's going to be a beautiful, crazy night next May when Luke Combs returns to Commonwealth Stadium. Country Star is bringing his My Kinda Saturday Night Tour to Commonwealth on May 27th. It's not Combs' first rodeo. The city says more than 56,000 fans saw him play at Commonwealth Stadium in 2023. Tickets go on sale next Friday. Still to come tonight on CTV News, a marathon milestone. This weekend's run is expected to break a local record.
I think we've been close to that mark the last few years.
The hope is to run under 4 hours. That's the goal that I have.
I think I can do it, so we'll see on Sunday.
Runners are looking forward to the 35th Service Edmonton Marathon this Sunday. The route is largely unchanged from previous years, aside from a few construction detours. 10,000 runners will participate in the full 42-kilometer marathon, the half marathon, the 10K, 5K, or the kids 1K. Organizers say it's the highest number of runners they've ever had.
I think we've been close to that mark the last few years, but we've been growing at 20 to 30%. So we're excited, we're thrilled. We have that many people involved, but to hit the 10,000 mark really puts us in that big city marathon place.
The race begins and ends on Jasper Avenue downtown. Runners are also raising money for a variety of charities, including the Stollery, Alberta Cancer Foundation, and MS Canada. So, Josh, is it looking like a dry run Sunday, or are there going to be a lot of soaking sneakers out there?
No, I think they're going to be okay. I mean, there's a slight chance overnight, Saturday night into early Sunday mornings. We'll show you in a moment that you might see a shower.
That would affect me if I was running the marathon, because it would take that long for me to finish. I'm sure the rest of them will be done, though.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Is the marathon not Sunday?
It's Sunday, yeah.
Yeah. The storm is before the marathon. You'd be getting an early start on Saturday is what you said. River Valley sky cam, mostly cloudy skies, 15 degrees in Edmonton right now after a high of 18 earlier in the day. Sometimes I like to look back at this just to remind myself, when's the last time it was warm? Because it feels like it's been a long stretch. And it's been below average here. Including today for 4 straight days. But last weekend was not bad, 23 and 25, and we're going to be in the same ballpark this weekend, low to mid-20s, and that'll probably stick around all of next week as well. It's been mid to high teens today across central and northern Alberta with some scattered showers across the north, some heavier rain in the south where that rainfall warning is still in place. Still, for the next hour or two at least, we'll deal with this tornado watch. Again, risk is pretty low that you're going to actually see one of these funnel clouds touch down and become a tornado. But we have had numerous sightings across much central and north central Alberta of funnel clouds. There's the heavier rain. Steadier off to the southwest of Calgary and here in the southeast. This is all pretty scattered, and there's not a lot of lightning, but there have been a few occasional lightning strikes. You can see how these showers are kind of backing up, moving from east to west, and then wanting to drop south a little bit. I think eventually that stops in the next couple of hours. Flow kind of shifts. So we may see 1 or 2 of these drift into the Edmonton area, and then overnight tonight, early tomorrow morning, anything that comes at us will likely come at us from the southwest. You notice it's nothing really all that significant. So it's going to be pretty hit and miss for most of tonight and most of tomorrow morning. Just cloudy skies. By tomorrow afternoon, it really starts to break down. Get some sunshine tomorrow. Mainly sunny skies for Saturday. Thunderstorms Saturday afternoon into the west and north of Calgary. Pretty good chance of some severe thunderstorms actually from Calgary off to the east late Saturday night. In the Edmonton area, you see a little splotch of green there. That's overnight Saturday into the wee hours of Sunday morning, but by the time you get to 7, 8 a.m., that's long gone. And we're under mainly sunny skies for most of the day on Sunday. 8 degrees in Fort McMurray tomorrow morning, 7 for Grand Prairie, and 9s in Edmonton and Red Deer. We'll see daytime highs tomorrow in the low 20s across the northwest with some sunshine, low 20s as well in Fort McMurray. Everybody else is in the high teens and should be in the high teens as well. Red Deer, Lloydminster, and Jasper gets to about 22. We'll be close to 20 tomorrow. Scattered showers, not steady rain through this evening and into tomorrow morning. 9 degrees tomorrow morning, up to about 19, maybe 20 tomorrow afternoon. 22 and 24, mainly sunny to partly cloudy skies through the weekend. And low 20s for Monday, Tuesday, but 23 to 26 range for highs middle to the end of next week.
All right, Josh, thank you. A miniature railway west of Sylvan Lake is holding a special fundraiser. Train Acres is a miniature line on a 12-acre parcel of land in Lacombe County. The owners opened for business about a year ago. Last September, they held a fundraiser for the Stollery as well as Calgary's Children's Hospital. This year, they hope to build on that success with a similar fundraiser the weekend of September 12th and 13th. They raised more than $21,000 last year. When we return, a group of engine enthusiasts taking local seniors on a trip down memory lane.
I remember driving around with my dad in a car similar to this, so.
CTV News at 5 continues.
Programming brought to you by James H. Brown Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters of injury law.
Wake up with us at CTV Your Morning Edmonton for the latest local news, up-to-the-minute weather, traffic updates, and lifestyle entertainment. There's no brighter way to start your day. CTV Your Morning Edmonton, weekdays 6 to 9. Watch live on Crave.
This is one of the grand prizes in the Alberta Cancer Foundation lottery, and the state in southwest Edmonton is part of a $2.3 million prize package. The foundation says this year's prize pool is the largest in the lottery's history. Money raised will support patients and cancer research.
Cancer pops up very last minute. And a lot of people in Alberta are not prepared. There's no financial support. They haven't been saving forever and a day. So knowing that the Cancer Foundation has these financial supports available to them to ease that burden and ease that stress and cost, so they can focus on their treatment and their next steps, is vital and so important.
The grand prize winner can choose between this home, a $3 million estate in Calgary, or $2 million in tax-free cash. Seniors at a retirement home in West Edmonton were treated to a special car show today. As CTV's Amanda Anderson shows us, for many seniors, it was a chance to relive their past.
Yeah, I had the spare tire on the back.
Wayne Norsworthy admires this 1935 Ford Coupe, a car similar to the one he owned for almost 40 years.
I owned a 1936 Ford exactly like this, same color, totally restored. Took it to car shows, enjoyed meeting people, and people enjoyed seeing the car.
It's one of several classic vehicles that rolled into Touch Market Wedgwood for a car show.
The car show is just more than just cars for our residents. It's an enjoyable experience. It builds memories. We get to foster all these connections and just make it a very fun-filled day for them.
Randy Jethin with Main Street Cruiser says visiting seniors facilities is special for his group.
A lot of our members have, let's say, moved on. Some are in seniors residences like these, and when we visit them on a personal level, we find out that they really miss the automotive scene.
Seeing these cars is a chance for the seniors to look back.
Just something I've always been enjoyed in my life, and I remember driving around with my dad in a car similar to this, so that's what it is to me.
I grew up with a father that was a General Motors dealer, so some of the cars I really want to go look at because they're cars that I can remember my dad selling.
These events are also a way for car owners to connect with the seniors.
More often than not, we're listening than talking. Some people ask us about the cars, and then they'll tell us about the vehicles that they've had over the years, or in some cases, some of the experiences that they've had.
Amanda Anderson, CTV News, Edmonton.
And that's our show. Thanks for watching. I'm Matt Woodman. CTV News continues right now.